as we step into the new year, some New Year's resolutions may include managing stress and creating better work-life balance. But easier said than done. The 2023 Stress Index, compiled from insights provided by over 2,000 professionals, exposes a landscape where toxic work environments and overwhelming workloads compound the challenges faced by individuals. Profmed Clinical Executive Justine Lacy joins us now. Justine, a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. I mean, sure, as we get started into the new year, a lot of what was said as we were winding down the year 2023, a lot of people talking about being exhausted and having struggled to maintain a nice balance, work, home, lifestyle, family. How can organizations seamlessly incorporate physical well-being initiatives into the workplace?
Thanks, Mpho. So the emphasis, obviously, in that question is seamless and physical wellness programs. So if an organization is looking at introducing an initiative such as that, I think it would be very, very important, obviously, with the implication of seamless being fuss-free and smooth. So one would obviously want to research what the goals and rather what the needs of the employees are in the organization, because obviously your initiative needs to be tailor-made in order to suit that. I think what's very important also for the organization to take into account that is if the environment that the employees are working in is already promoting good health and positive living, that certainly does go a long way to boosting employees' morale, responsibility and motivation in getting into programs such as a physical initiative that the organization would want to run. I think other points that are important to keep in mind would be obviously budgetary constraints, which can hamper the initiative, and obviously incentivizing people would obviously also go a long way.
Yeah. What about putting the onus on the individual? I mean, what can an individual do to sort of, distinguish between work at work? Sometimes, like in the media industry, work is in the home, and the home is also, a space of rest, and often finding that there is no separation when it comes to the two. What advice do you have?
So absolutely, I think I would agree with you completely. I've said in many other interviews that the pandemic obviously blurred the lines when it came to work-life balance. But as things have progressed, people feel that their work-life balance is more in line, obviously having the opportunity to work from home now. Mm-hmm. But I think it's still very important to set boundaries and be very sure of delineating between your personal time and your work environment, particularly when you work from home. And that would obviously be setting boundaries and ensuring that you get time for self-care and family.
What about stress? I mean, that can spill over into various aspects of an individual's life. What educational strategies can help professionals recognize and then address the spillover effects?
Yes. So by educational strategies, I think there are there's other terminology that's used that might help people better understand the term. One could probably refer to educational strategies as stress management techniques. And obviously there are a lot of things that people can implement that at home that don't cost a lot of money and really just requires common sense. And that would be obviously, as I've already mentioned, the setting of boundaries and practicing being assertive, which all lends itself towards being emotionally resilient. And obviously remembering to breathe, breathing techniques, mindfulness, meditation. These are all things that are very much focused on in today's world, and people tend to be waking up to that and being more aware of those types of techniques. So those are becoming very popular amongst people. And then obviously, I think more important than anything is to remember that you can ask for help when you need it. What we found in our stress survey is that about 38% of the respondents felt satisfied that they were managing their stress levels effectively, but there were a great deal who said that they never sought assistance when stress was high in their lives. So that goes to show that there just simply aren't enough people that are asking for help. And this, obviously, it's important to ask for that help sooner rather than later, because we know that stress that goes unchecked can lead to mental health issues and burnout. So I think one of the other educational strategies that's important would be to develop self-awareness so that you know what your triggers are and that you know where your mind and your body are at all times and how you're feeling. I think there are just far too many people that simply don't have enough awareness to understand that maybe that niggly feeling in their stomach or the knot in their stomach is actually telling them something. So just stop, take stock, and just understand your mind and your body. Take the time to do that. I think it will go very far.
So in terms of finding the right help, where and what are the alternatives?
So there are a lot of free tools that one could use. Obviously, if one is connected with social, there are a number of self-help tools. But if one was looking to organizations, you can get a lot of free help from organizations such as SADC, the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. And those who are on social will know that this organization has a very good reputation. They do very good work, and they have a very big presence in the South African climate. So there is, if I recall correctly, there is a toll-free number that you can contact the organization on, and you can get free counseling and help you need in coping with your stress before it turns into something bigger.
Very well. Thank you so much for that very sound advice. Profmed Clinical Executive Justine Lacy speaking to us there about looking after your overall well-being in the workplace.